Life would be so hard to live with a blind person. More so, they can hardly do anything for themselves and they require a hand from someone else. Now, imagine having two blind people living on their own. Well, it is amazing and shocking at the same time, but they do each and everything on their own and they manage. Surprisingly, they are mother and daughter. She is called Maria and she is the daughter to this old lady. As the story goes, Maria removed her nose all by herself. She is the one that did this to herself, and we are all probably wondering why a person would do such a thing to themselves. How serious would the reason be? Well, this is their story. On the 30th of April, 1976, Maria was born in this same village. She was born as a normal baby and she was absolutely fine. She was well taken care of, but when she turned a year and a half old, everything changed. She got sick and it was nothing related to her nose. It was her belly that was getting bigger and bigger on a daily basis. Her parents rushed her to the nearby hospital, hoping that their daughter was going to be treated and everything was going to be just fine, but this was not the case. The doctor looked at her belly, and when he examined her, she did not seem to be sick. They all got confused, and the doctor said that he had never seen anything like this before, but he was going to do all his best to fight this. Maria says that this is when her life got ruined because it got to a point when they really wanted her to just die and rest. The doctor was always injecting her night and day and giving her a lot of different pills all the time. She was young and she had to comply to whatever she was being told to do. Her parents were scared, but they had in mind that all these injections were going to kill their daughter. But again, they did not want to give up on her treatment, so they gave it a chance. Maria's belly started reducing and they were happy since they thought that she was getting better. They started praising the doctor, but little did they know that the situation was becoming worse instead. The girl was becoming more and more thin and they now started getting worried. Her skin was always itching and the itching became terrible. She was always scratching her skin more and more until it got to a certain level and they just wanted her to die. She was peeling off flesh from her body. It was terrible, but it was happening. Her body was now full of wounds, and according to what she says, this is when she removed her nose because of over-scratching it. And now her face and body was all full of scars because of the flesh that had been removed. When the doctor saw this, he got scared. He said that he had done each and everything he could do for Maria, but her condition was getting worse instead. He told her mother to take her daughter back home and wait for her to die because treatment had failed.
Nyuma y'icyumweru nibwo nishwanyaguje hose, nibwo naciye izuru, nibwo naciye aho hose, nibwo yego nyine nsubiramo ahubwo njugunya inyama aho nshimye hose hakaza inyama y'umweru nkajugunya.
She was taken home, but it was not long after then when she lost her father. Her mother too got sick, and their daughter Maria also had no hope of living any longer because of the pain that she was going through. Maria scratched her body to the extent that she removed her own eyes just to feel better. One could tell that it might be the medicine that she was always given at a high capacity that was affecting her to this level. One day, she was seated at home on the ground, scratching her body like she always used to. A nun from the nearby church came across her and said that she could help with some medicine. They went together and she was given medicine to drink and apply on her body as well. This was what she started using for quite some time, and according to Maria, this was the medicine that cured her from the terrible skin disease that she was experiencing. When she got better, her mother's condition now got worse. She remembers that it was in 2000 when she started complaining about her eyes. This was when one of them got blind and they did not have money to take her to the hospital for treatment, so they left it at that.
ubwo amaze nk'imyaka nk'itatu n'indi naryo rirafatwa rihuma, ariko n'ubundi numvaga abantu bavuga ngo nta umuntu w'uminesha rimwe ngo irindi giye kutazahuma, niko numvaga bavuga.
A lot of people said that it is not common for a single eye to get blind. They gave it a matter of time until the second eye also got spoiled. This got Maria worried because it was terrible and this was the only eye that they had left and she couldn't think of a life without it. Like a lot of people said, it was after 3 years when the other eye also got blind. This was expected by her neighbors but not Maria. Life was now hard for them because her mother was old and she was supposed to be taken care of by Maria, who is also blind. They had to figure out a way to survive, and since Maria was young and still had some energy, she took on the responsibilities and she had to learn how to do each and everything on her own because this is what had to be done regardless.
Yagize ikibazo cyo mu mutwe, ariko kandi igihe cyarageze topist waragambana akora.
Maria is the one now that cooks, washes, and does all the housework. She gets used to this sometimes, and this is how they've been living. It is very hard for them, and they wish that their lives could get better than this. Getting food for the both of them is very hard because they cannot dig or even work for it. They say that the only way they ever manage to get food is when a good Samaritan gives it to them, and this is how they have been surviving. She says that though she cannot see, she knows that people living in this society are scared of her because of the way that she looks, since sometimes she always hears them talking about how scary she looks. Though she does a lot of housework, there are some things that she cannot do, like washing, cleaning, because she cannot see the dirty part. This is one of the reasons why they are living in such a dirty house, because they failed to change it. They are now asking for help so that they can get food and make their house a better place to stay, because what they are going through now is terrible and they do not wish to live a life like this. But they failed to do anything about it. The funds that will be used to support this family will be donated via Giving Life. A link that is in the description of this video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English, and this will surely change their lives.
Iriya nzu y'imvura iguye iraroroma, kandi noneho Imana amaze kwirongera imigisha benshi, ariko noneho bari bayisana, baraza kagenda kagura ibiti bishya bakavanaho bya bindi ko byaboze kubera kunyagirwa.
Sometimes we think that our problems are the worst until we listen to other people's stories. We notice that we can handle ours because what they're going through is terrible and their life is worse than ours. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afrimax English. Do not forget to subscribe.